Good day, everyone. Let's talk about biodiversity and agriculture. To begin with, here's the overview. Biodiversity and agriculture. Relationship of biodiversity with agriculture. Threats to biodiversity and agriculture. And solutions and strategies to biodiversity conservation. Biodiversity is the immense variety we see in all life on Earth. As living things adapt to their environment and evolve over time, more and more variation emerges. Scientists estimate that at least 8.7 million unique species of animals, plants, fungi, and other organisms exist on Earth, along with countless varieties of bacteria. Each of these species is adapted to play a special role in its immediate environment, and this variety ensures that ecosystems functions properly and remain in balance. Here's a video showing and explaining biodiversity.
Earth is full of life. There are thousands of habitats and ecosystems, and millions of species of animals, plants, fungi, and insects. This is biodiversity, the sum total of all different life on Earth. Every one of these species depends on all the others for survival, including ourselves. We need trees that clean our air and water, animals and plants that provide us with food, medicine, and biofuels, and insects that pollinate our crops. The more biodiversity there is, the more resilient the environment is. But when this delicate balance is upset, entire ecosystems can collapse. And right now, that is exactly what's happening. As our society and demand for resources grows, our activities are causing unprecedented habitat destruction all over the world, triggering what some call the sixth mass extinction. In just the last 50 years, wildlife populations have been reduced by 60%. 40% of the world's plant species are also at risk, and the insect population is collapsing globally. Loss of biodiversity is perhaps the biggest consequence of the climate crisis. It threatens our food supply, destabilizes our ecosystems, and increases the risk of disasters, such as a global pandemic. Even though a lot of damage has already been done, not all is lost. In fact, we have what it takes to fix this. Despite the rapid biodiversity loss we are experiencing, our world has a remarkable capacity to adapt and recover quickly through built-in self-healing mechanisms. If we embrace sustainable development policies, research has found that most ecosystems can recover within just one lifetime. At One Tree Planted, we work with our partners to restore forest ecosystems by planting millions of trees all over the world. The movement to preserve our biodiversity is growing every day, and you can be a part of it. Join us and help us keep our planet full of life.
Next is agriculture. It is the science of practice of farming, including cultivation of the soil for the growing of crops and rearing of animals to provide food, wool, and other products. Agricultural biodiversity is a broad term that includes all components of biological diversity of relevance to food and agriculture, and all components of biological diversity that constitute the agricultural ecosystems. Agricultural biodiversity is the outcome of the interactions among genetic resources, the environment, and the management systems and practices used by farmers. Here's a video explaining the relationship between biodiversity and agriculture. Now let's talk about the 5 threats to biodiversity in agriculture. This includes habitat loss, climate change, invasive species and disease, overconsumption, and pollution. Now, here are some solutions and strategies to conserve biodiversity. Here's the summary for biodiversity and agriculture. Now, let us watch this video as the call of nature to biodiversity conservation.